Hello, Mike Kako, and welcome to the meeting for the Committee on Investments and Land Management for Wednesday, July 29th, 2026. The time is now 3:23 p.m. I'm your chairperson, Keone Souza. We have Vice Chair John Wahe IV. Can I get a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Ahuna's excused. Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina's excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria.
Here.
Chair Kahele.
Present.
Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Waihe'e.
Present.
Chair Souza.
Ayo. All right, members, we have
7.
quorum. I'm going to expedite the process and introduce our staff here. We have Roselle. Oh, you want to take it? Okay, Roselle, welcome to the table. Can you introduce our administrative staff joining us here today?
Thank you, Vice Chair Souza. On behalf of the administration, we have with us present here the Investment Director, Ryan Lee, Managing Director of Real Estate, Daniel Sandemeyer, Land Integrated Assets Manager, Lori Walker. We also have Chief Financial Officer, Dhiren Patel, and myself, Associate General Counsel. Thank you.
Mahalo, Roselle. All right, this meeting can be viewed via live stream on OHA's website at www.oha.org/livestream and on Olelo TV. If you'd like to testify on any agenda item during the Zoom meeting, please raise your hand when that item is announced. When called upon, you'll be moved from attendee to panelist and given the ability to turn on your camera and unmute yourself during your testimony. Once you're finished, we ask that you mute your microphone and you will return to attendee. Public testimony should be limited to matters listed on the meeting agenda will occur prior to any listed item's conclusion or vote. If you begin to address other issues not on today's meeting agenda, the ILM chair will call you out of order. Direct you to limit your testimony to items listed on the agenda. Testifiers' mics will be unmuted when it is your turn to testify. If you're not audible, you'll be muted, and the next testifier will be called. Oral testimony online will be limited to 5 minutes. Your mic will be automatically muted once you have completed your oral testimony, or if your allotted time for testimony expires, please log off after testifying. Otherwise, staff may be forced to remove you. All right, members, the first item of business is the approval of minutes from the Committee on Investment and Land Management dated June 24, 2026. Anyone signed up to testify?
No testifiers.
All right, seeing none? Any discussion? Seeing none, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Ahuna's excused. Trustee Akaka. For the minutes.
Aye.
Trustee Akina's excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria.
Aye.
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Souza.
Aye.
You have 7.
Motion passes. Mahalo, members. Next item on the agenda is item number 3, status of OHA activities. And members, I'm going to ask for unanimous consent to take the items out of order. Switching A and B, Wailupe is going to go first, and next will be Kalaeuila. Is that okay, members? All right, having unanimous consent. Anyone signed up to testify on this item? All right.
Yes, we're gonna move over Pikachu.
Questions, Pikachu, Shelby, I'll keep it short and sweet for the agenda items because watching you guys' faces all in the other one. So I approve both of those. Won't go into all the details. Thank you for dealing with everything. I will send you another email because I do have my concerns, but I'll keep it core to sunshine law, just these items, Chair. So thank you all. Have a great day. Hopefully you guys can get out of there before 4 o'clock. Have a beautiful day. Aloha.
Mahalo, Pikachu. Next testifier. I believe we have Hilani Sonora Pali, and she's in the room. Mahalo, guys, for your patience and for being here today. You can make your way to the table.
Wait, they're testifying first, right?
Yeah, sure. I'll go sit on that side. Yeah, the microphone works. Okay, perfect.
Boy, it's a long day. Good afternoon, board. I appreciate all the work you folks do. It was amazing for me to sit there and watch you guys at work, man. But I give you guys all the glory. I'm president of Wailupe. I've been there since day one, which was in 2022. and met some amazing people, worked with some amazing people that I may have known, but I really got to know them even better, like family. I like to bring up family because my family has a long line of history in Wailupe. My great-grandfather, born in 1874, was born in Wailupe. My great-great-grandfather was born in Wailupe. And his wife was also born in Wailupe. And it's through her lineage that we go back to Kuali'i. And I just wanted to put that out on the table just so I can give you guys some history on my connection to the place. That's what I hold dear to my heart. And that's the position that I play, or the position that I stand on with my kupuna. Who would have known that I would be doing this at some point in the future? I never know. But I found myself here, and I thank you folks for all the support. Thank you, Keone, all you folks, all the board. Thank you, folks.
Mahalo. Okay. Next, we're going to bring Helani to the table. Aloha, Helani. Malon Kufu, how you do?
Okay, thank you, Mahalo, Chair, for your adjusting the agenda. Mahalo, Chair Souza, for that, and the board for approving that. My name is Helani Sonoda Pale. I'm co-founder and board member of Pu'uhonua Wailupe. I'm submitting testimony regarding the update on due diligence activities for the proposed transfer of Wailupe, Oʻahu, TMK 36023-006 to the Office of Hawaiian Affairs. This 2.9 acre property contains traditional burials and cultural sites that form a significant cultural landscape. Pu'uhonua Wailupe was established by lineal descendants, like Uncle, cultural practitioners like myself, and community members committed to protecting the iwi kupuna and preserving this sacred place. The purpose of this acquisition is to preserve a historically and culturally significant landscape, protect open space and natural resources, and provide opportunities for public education about the cultural and historic importance of Wailupe. The State Historic Preservation Division has recognized a significant portion of the property as a cultural landscape, and multiple archaeological sites on the property have been formally documented and recorded. Beyond the known sites, there are additional cultural resources that have yet to be identified. This property offers a rare opportunity to permanently preserve an entire cultural landscape where iwi kupuna cultural sites, traditional knowledge, and the stories of this place can be protected for future generations. For more than 4 years, Pu'uhonua o Wailupe has actively stewarded this site. During that time, we have hosted dozens of community work days involving hundreds of volunteers. We maintain regular communication with the public through our website, blog, social media platforms, emails, presentations to the neighborhood boards regarding the status. Our effort has received broad support from across East Oʻahu and Hawaii. Our application for the Clean Water Natural Lands funding was supported by Waimanalo, Hawaii Kai, and Kuleo'o neighborhood boards, Holy Nativity Church in Wailupe, Native Hawaiian Legal Corps, Sierra Club of Hawaii, Kilohana United Methodist Church, the Board of Water Supply, Mauna Lua Fish Pond Heritage Center, State Representative Mark Hashem, and Kumuhula Kauaikapu Okalani Hewitt. Over the past 4 years, Pu'uhonua Wailupe has worked closely with community partners, including Ainahaina Elementary, Kaiser High School, and the United States Coast Guard, who is our neighbor. This broad coalition reflects a shared commitment to protecting Wailupe's cultural, historical, educational, and environmental resources. Our stewardship is guided by lineal descendants of Wailupe, and this uncle's family has lived there since time immemorial and carry the cultural histories, cultural knowledge, ancestral connections. We extend our deepest mahalo to the OHA Board of Trustees and Land Assets Division for your continued support, careful work, and partnership throughout this process. Your commitment brings us closer to permanently protecting the iwi kupuna, cultural resources, and lands of Wailupe. This acquisition will ensure there is no future residential development in this sacred place. It will remain an open space dedicated to the protection of iwi kupuna. And if the board or staff have any questions, Uncle and I will be here to answer them. And I mahalo all of you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Aloha.
Mahalo, Healani. Thank you. All right, at this time, I'm going to call up Daniel Sandemeyer, our land director, to give an update on due diligence activities for the proposed transfer of Wailupe, Oʻahu to OHA, TMK 136023006, and Laurie Walker, our legacy lands manager. Aloha, Laurie.
No. Aloha, Chair. I'm going to just turn this one directly over to Lori to introduce the presentation.
Okay, mahalo, aloha nui. I know it's been a long day. We will just provide a quick update, and Helani and Uncle did most of our job today. So just wanted to share and maybe end the day on a celebratory note that our, next slide, please. This is just an overview of what we presented previously. And then you can go to the next slide. So Pu'uhonua o Wailupe has been standing fast in their protection of these iwi and of this place, and I'm happy to report that their application to the Department of Housing and Land Management, Clean Water and Natural Lands program for funding to acquire the property was unanimously approved by the Honolulu City and Council, Honolulu City and County Council. And so we will be proceeding with the due diligence activities. Clean Water Natural Lands has initiated procurement of those activities. And so that includes a boundary survey or a property survey, environmental site assessment, and what's the other one? And then an appraisal, yes. And then we'll do risk analysis and operations assessment, and then complete a report and provide a recommendation to this board or to this committee when we return for this acquisition proposal. And really, that's it. That's the update for this acquisition. If you have any questions, we can.
Mahalo, Laurie, and members, yeah, this is huge. Marks a milestone for OHA, and especially to Healani and your team and Uncle and all the advocacy after all these years. I get to sit at Aina Haina, watch my son play baseball, and look up. And as we get closer, it feels right. So mahalo nui. I'd also like to thank Councilmember Kia Aina, as well as Chair Tommy Waters and the council members, for the advocacy and pushing this through. And so, members, any questions? All right, you must have answered everything. Seeing none, Daniel and Laurie, you guys can stay right there. All right, members, we're going to move on to the next agenda item. This is an update on due diligence activities for the potential transfer of Kalaeuila, Oʻahu to OHA. TMKs 156-003, 031, 156-003, 030, 019, 011, 024, 020, 021, 022, 023, 026, 046, and 049. Multiple different parcels. Anyone signed up to testify? Mahalo, guys. Aloha. Anyone signed up to testify on this action item, on this agenda item? Aloha, Lea. You're recognized.
I'm the state director of the Trust for Public Land, and we're just here. We support, and we're just here to answer any questions. It's thank you, Chair Souza and Chair Kahele, for coming on a site visit with us. I think the land speaks for itself, but if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Yeah, any other testifiers?
Oh, question.
There's someone else online. If you're online and you're wanting to testify, is it Adam online? Hey, hello Adam, how you doing? Oh, your mic is muted. Adam, your mic is muted. We can't hear you on this end. Is it our end? Yeah, you're still muted, Adam. Are you able to unmute on your end?
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, perfect. There's a little echo, but we have Adam, and he's the executive director.
Maybe I can fix that real quick.
I think you got two different ones, yeah.
Yeah, I apologize, but I'm here for any questions. We appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate all the support of OHA and working with us to find a solution that satisfies the needs. And if there's any questions, I'm here.
Okay, mahalo, Adam. You can stay right there just in case our members have any questions. At this time, I'm going to recognize Daniel Sandemeyer and Lori Walker.
All right, Chair, trustees, good afternoon. First, were there any questions from our testifiers? Okay, not at this time. Okay, good. We're here to answer questions. We'll provide this brief background and update on this parcel. I really like that quote that Leah said, "The land speaks for itself." If we could show the presentation, you can see what we're talking about. Okay, so as you've heard from the Trust of Public Lands and the North Shore Community Land Trust, these are strong partners and capable long-term stewards, which are essential to the success of this acquisition. TPL brings the specialized expertise needed to support a complex land acquisition such as this, and North Shore Community Land Trust brings valuable local knowledge, community relationships, and experience caring for this particular area. Their participation provides important capacity and support for both the transaction and the property's long-term stewardship. Next slide. The proposal is for OHA to acquire approximately 170 acres of agricultural shoreline in Kahuku for the protection of significant natural and cultural resources. I want to emphasize that this is an OHA acquisition. Our partners will provide specialized expertise and support, but OHA will retain responsibility for establishing the property's overall direction and ensuring that it advances the interests of our beneficiaries. North Shore's proposed stewardship role is an important part of that vision, but it does not define the full range of possibilities for the property. Its work would focus primarily on the natural, cultural, and educational and community-based activities within its expertise. OHA will also evaluate beyond that opportunities for beyond North Shore's primary scope and focus, including the study potential expansion of the property's agricultural business, along with other cultural, educational, community, and economic opportunities that could provide sustainable benefits for the Native Hawaiian beneficiaries. So these possibilities will be evaluated for financial feasibility, operational requirements, risks, and compatibility with the property's cultural and natural resources, conservation requirements, funding obligations, and long-term protection. We will also evaluate the proposed acquisition against our MIMO, the OHA strategic plan. The analysis will consider how ownership and use of the property could advance the MIMO priorities, including educational pathways, health outcomes, and economic stability. Our review will focus on whether the acquisition can produce measurable and lasting benefits for Native Hawaiians through cultural connection, Aina-based education, agriculture, community well-being, and responsible economic activity. Next step, or next slide. Our next step. Since the committee's last update, the project has reached the same significant milestone we just celebrated, the Honolulu City Council unanimous approval, the Clean Water and Natural Lands funding. OHA's due diligence is going to be underway. The work will include appraisal and title review, environmental and cultural assessments, risk analysis, evaluation of long-term operation and stewardship, study of the agricultural, economic, and other opportunities, and evaluation of the acquisition's alignment with the MIMO. So Our purpose of this work was to deliver the board a complete understanding of the property's value, opportunities, obligations, risks, and long-term requirements. Once due diligence is complete, the staff will return to the board with our findings and, if appropriate, a recommendation regarding OHA's acquisition and long-term management of the property. That concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Mahalo, Daniel. I'd like to recognize Chair Emerita Lindsay.
Thank you, Chair. When this came before the board, that was one of the few days this whole year that I was absent. So I kind of don't know where did this come from and what is the purpose of our involvement?
Sure, this has been this acquisition opportunity came to us directed from
Council Member
Councilmember
Kiaina.
who looked at, there was an opportunity, the land purchase by TPL being proposed. The city and county wanted to have OHA's participation as the land owner. And so we slide into that role.
So are we buying it?
Yes, we're buying it with a stack of capital that's been prepared for this acquisition by TPL, including the clean.
What is TBL?
Trust for Public Land.
Oh,
So
TBL.
TPL.
So they're going to pay for it and they want to turn it over to us?
Yes,
And you're going to do due diligence to tell us what we can do with it?
yes, that's the plan.
Okay.
And how much, if any, of OHA's own money would be expected to be contributed.
Right. And what we can do with it and how much it's going to cost us to maintain it? Because it looks like a lot of parcels. I don't know. Oh, you said it adds up to about 170 acres?
Yes.
That's a lot of land. Yeah.
It's
I'll
the
be
same size
anxious
as-
to see what you folks come up with on the due diligence. That's the only way we can tell whether it's going to be worth OHA getting involved. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to add there's multiple economic opportunities as well on these sites. And hopefully we can all get out there and coordinate something for the trustees to potentially visit it before we make the overall decision, Chair.
Where exactly is it?
On the North Shore, Kahuku. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's pretty extensive from the road into on shoreline as well.
So where is it from Kuilima?
Right, literally right next door.
Oh,
Kalaeuila side.
Kahuku side of.
Yeah,
if we
and
go-
then and there's a map. Yeah, in here. Here we go. You can see on the Trust for Public Land, the Kekipuka Kalaeuila. We put it up on the screen. Yeah.
Just the Kahuku side of the resort of Kuilima.
thank you.
Members, any other questions? All right, seeing none. Mahalo, Daniel. Mahalo, Laurie. Mahalo to the North Shore Community Land Trust with Adam, the Executive Director, and Leah. Mahalo, you guys, for being here. Thank you so much. Look forward to the potential partnership in the future. Mahalo nui. All right, members, next item on the agenda, adjournment. I recognize Chair Emerita to make the motion.
So moved.
There are no testifiers. Can we get a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Ahuna's excused. Trustee Akaka. Trustee Akina's excused. Trustee Alapa. Trustee Galuteria.
Aye.
Chair Kahele.
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay. Trustee Waihe'e.
Yes.
Chair Souza.
Aye.
You have 7.
Motion passes. Meeting is now adjourned. Mahalo, members. Aloha.